President Trump says, I love the inflation. The question is, do you? I'm going to let you listen to it from his mouth. And of course, there's context to this. And I'm not trying to take this out of context because I'm sure there'll be many opinions. What I'm an expert at is macro and microeconomics and the effect it has on the middle class and working class. So I'm going to let you listen to it so you can hear it from our president's mouth. This isn't about left. This isn't about right. Remember, money, write this down. Money is neutral. It has no feelings. It's not Democrat. It's not Republican. What I'm working to do is to teach you the mechanisms of money. Remember this. The money does not hit everybody the same. Inflation does not hit everybody the same. So let's listen first to what he says. And I'll talk about the inflation numbers. I'll talk about the effect it's going to have on you, what I call the delayed effect. Then I'm going to share with you how we can navigate out of this by making small incremental moves. So I want you to hear it yourself.
Sir, Mr. President, about the latest inflation number which came out this morning. Could that be a
No, I love it.
for
The numbers were
Republicans to
great.
try and hold
You know what I
it
really
in the
love?
Senate?
I love the inflation. You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil? Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran, until right now. We took out the other night 22 ships. Late at night with no lights.
Okay, so that gives you context. That's the whole clip right there. What he's saying is, I love inflation. I love the numbers. And what he's stating is, when the war's over, obviously we're going to start to see those numbers come down. But here's the part that we need to understand, taking out politics completely. Let me ask you a question. Has your pocketbook gotten fatter or thinner since 2020? We're in a very dangerous position right now. From 2020 to 2026, you've lost 30% of your purchasing power. And inflation numbers came out. They're going up. Interest rates are stabilizing, and they're probably going to go up. So the reason why I bring this up is because the next day, he says they're going to be hitting Iran very hard tonight. So this is going to drag out. And if the Strait of Hormuz don't get opened up tomorrow, we already have what's called a delayed effect in the economy. Again, take your political hat off. Take your left, take your right. Just be unbiased because money doesn't have emotion. It's not political. This is how we became wealthy. Buy in red, sell in green. Okay, so it's called, I use the freight train analogy. So imagine a freight train. And every single day the Strait of Hormuz is closed down, 1,000-pound car is added to the freight train. Every single day. Now remember, the effect of inflation isn't hitting Trump, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, the same as it hits the middle class and working class. So when middle class and working class are pumping gas and it's $140, they're literally gonna have to put that on their credit card. They are not putting it on their credit card. So yes, he could say, I love inflation, it's gonna be fixed tomorrow, but that's not how economics work. Even if the Strait opens tomorrow, go into a peace deal, there's already about 6 months, even more, worth of damage done. Because the American middle class, credit card balances are all-time high. Rent prices have skyrocketed. Food prices have skyrocketed. Gas prices skyrocketed. Savings have drained. So even if the Strait of Hormuz opens tomorrow, we still have much damage done that we have to fix. So every day the Strait of Hormuz is closed, it adds 1,000-pound car. So can a freight train stop on a dime? No, it takes a long time to slow down the more weight that we put on it. So we have to start thinking strategically and start thinking differently. So I invented what's called Capital DR, okay? This is how I navigate through it. It's at a very small level back in 2020, I started to see the cracks in the system. And I've been studying this for 18 years. I went into banking about, almost 20 years ago. I've been studying this for 18 years. I was like, wait a minute, why does the 1% always remain the 1%? Because they move differently. If you're a wage worker with no assets, you get poor every single year. You've actually got poorer by 30%. You've lost 30% of your purchasing power without doing anything. You're still working hard, you have to work harder, and you're poor. That sucks. So you have to learn to become an asset holder. So first is C, cash flow. Every single time you get paid, you should be putting some into creating cash flow. Examples, dividend stocks. It doesn't require more time. You don't need a side hustle. You can even create, if you went into Coca-Cola, you can get 2 to 3%. But you're creating a brother or sister. It's about the mechanism of multiplying money. Now there's many other stocks, dividend stocks that pay from 3%. There's some that pay 5% per year. You can go into option. There's all kinds of different things you can do. But my point is, every time you get paid, you be paying yourself first. We're talking outside of charitable donations, tithing, all that stuff. We're talking after all that, you should be paying yourself first. Okay, then outside of that, I do 10% into dividend stocks. Outside of that, debts and non-negotiables, then I put all my excess capital into assets that beat inflation. You have to decide. You got gold, you got silver, I like what I like, XRP, Bitcoin, Solana. Those are things that I've been investing in and I buy when it's red. But the psychological part of it, you see it going down, okay? And you see your dollar in your bank account looking stable, but you've lost 30% purchasing power. So yes, my crypto has gone down, but in the long term, it's gonna crush your dollar. Because you can't see your dollar going down. It's silent. You see a number, it's psychological. You see a number of $10,000, I see you have 30% less purchasing power. You see my crypto and my assets going like this, but over time they've gone like this. When it's green, I pull profits, and when it's red, I go in. So it's like a video game, so I keep beating the system. Okay, when those assets appreciate, I move them out into protection. Silver, cash value life insurance. My cash value life insurance creates L. Richest man in Babylon, leverage. Now I create a brother or sister. So my income is creating a brother or sister through cash flow. Then my assets that appreciate are going into cash value life insurance. Now I can create another brother or sister through leverage, which is my family bank. And then when the markets go red, boom, I go back in and I buy good companies, good cryptos at a fair price. So you don't need the next best crypto. You need a system, and you need to learn how to beat inflation through moving your money through the system. So there's no real money. There's only liquidity. There's only debt. Somebody's getting rich, someone's getting poor, somebody's winning, somebody's losing, somebody's paying interest, and somebody's earning interest. That's it, guys. That's the game. It's an actual game. And when you learn the game, you understand that it's not political. I'm not going against the president. I'm not going for anything. I'm not going against anybody. I'm teaching you the mechanism of money. He could say all day that he loves inflation because it's not affecting him the same way. And even if he fixes it tomorrow, it's going to take 6 to 7 to 8 months for you to feel the effects, and the damage is already done. You had to put money on your credit card, you're stacked, you're going to have to file bankruptcy, and nobody cares about you. Nobody cares that you can't feed your family. They don't care. They care about winning, and they care about protecting their legacy and their ecosystems. And so should you. Think about it. If you were in their position, wouldn't you be protecting your family and your legacy? It's human behavior. It's human condition. I work hard to protect my family and my legacy. It's God, family, and protection my ecosystem at all costs. Everything else, I don't give a shit about the haters and the comments. I don't care. I don't care what you're doing. I care that I'm honoring God. I care that I protect my family and my ecosystem. And I work really, really hard. And they're doing the same thing, and so should you. So this is about sovereignty. It's about being disciplined. It's about being consistent. It's about being a good steward. You can multiply $10. You don't need to be a multimillionaire to do this. So take a deep breath. Relax, we got this. This isn't disrespect for any left, right, up, down. I'm just teaching you how the game works. If the straits stay closed, it's gonna get worse and worse. But remember, in order to bring in a new system, you need a shock to it. I'll leave it there. Warriors, get your shit together, let's go.